Oh, okay. So who's on your Mount Rushmore of R&B voices? I mean, who's the one singer? Like, who's your Mount Rushmore? Come on, Carlos.
Well,
R
Mount
and B.
Rushmore
We're gonna
has
keep
four
it. We're
heads.
gonna keep it in
Forehead.
R&B.
R&B. Mount Rushmore has four heads. So I'm gonna give you four.
All right.
Some of these might surprise you because I'm sort of like the middle guy on the show.
Kind of a fence rider.
Well, from an age perspective, right? I'm not the
Okay.
youngest. I'm not the most senior. I'm sort of in between. I'm like the middle-aged guy, right?
Okay.
But if I'm only choosing four from R&B,
Yeah.
I'm starting with Stevie Wonder,
Ooh.
and I'm
See
taking it
that one
home.
coming.
I'm defending my home city of Washington D.C. with Marvin Gaye,
Wow.
and the man, the myth, the legend, Luther Vandross cannot be denied.
Go ahead, Carlos. Carlos bringing it strong.
Yeah.
And maybe the greatest ever has to be there among the men. Put Whitney Houston beside the three brothers. I'm out.
Drop the mic.
Carlos, the fan favorite. Look at it.
All
From
right.
stovetop stuff into Mount Rushmore. Woo! Donna,
Mhm.
what you got?
Well, I think that Michael, number one, because he was a brilliant businessman.
Yeah.
I mean, once he bought the Beatles music,
Yeah.
that's just, he was brilliant in that way. I have to go with Smokey because he's still here and
Smokey.
still
Mm.
putting it down through Motown and bringing younger people in and still out there. I'd
Yeah, I
have to
saw him on
put,
Jimmy Kimmel. He was on Jimmy
yeah,
Kimmel a couple weeks ago.
I'd have to put Patty in the middle because she's 80 and she's still out here, maybe not making new music, but still being very awesome
Yeah, she's
in
on
her
tour. Yeah.
presentation on stage. And she has maybe 6 decades of music, maybe
Yep.
8 decades of music, right? And then on the end, I would have to put Prince because he was a master of music. He wrote so many songs that people have no idea. Sinead O'Connor, if she was still alive, she should be kissing his tombstone. Um, he was a musician, played everything,
Yeah.
and wrote all of his music. So Michael, Prince, Smokey, and Patty on my Rushmore.
Woo!
Wow.
Eric, you're gonna have to you better be chiseling in stone over there. Come on.
Man, I tell you what, it's hard to top them choices, but hey, I have a tie for number one. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my homeboy, Luther. Sold over 40 million records, 8 Grammys, mega hits like Never Too Much, A House Is Not a Home, and just loved him. I saw him perform in the old Capitol Center when that still existed. It was perhaps the most best concert I've ever seen in my life. And in that same arena, I got to see Michael Jackson. The tickets at the time, my wife brought the tickets, were $25 for four of us, right? And those kind of prices are unheard of today. But Luther's my number one. And the reason he gets it because I actually saw him perform live. Marvin Gaye, man, what's going on? Let's get it on. When I was a kid in 1972, CJ probably wasn't even a glimmer in his parents' eyes, right? Uh, man, that song is a classic,
It
right? So
is.
I love me
It is.
some Marvin Gaye, and some of the other folks you mentioned, Whitney Houston. I mean, extraordinary talent. Love him, and Prince, love him too. But my two top ones. Smokey, I mean, not Luther Vandross and Marvin Gaye. And if I have an honorary mention, man, the maestro, Barry White, man, he don't get the props that he deserves, man. Yeah.
Show you right.
Love
Wow.
Unlimited Orchestra. He wrote all that music.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, CJ, balance this ship.
Well, I mean, I think Carlos kind of cooked with his list. I think his list was pretty good. Like I said, I have to say, very partial to Marvin Gaye, just personally. I will say that Donna was right to you can't have this list and not mention Michael Jackson or Prince and bring them in the mix, depending on, how you define certain genres. Some people will say one's more pop or one's more funk or one's more, whatever. You could split hairs on the genre specifically, but if we're just talking broadly R&B, I think those names have to be in the mix. And Aretha too. Like she was just in town for the front porch. Shout out, some of our friends had the privilege to meet her, and she gave a great performance. You could check it out on the front porch. Shout out to Nucci, for bringing those big time artists right down the street to the house, and having huge artists like Aretha and Patty, whoever,
Mm.
to come through. So, yeah, I think you guys have pretty much got it settled.
Okay. Mr. Spivey?
Well, you know who my number one is.
Oh,
My
here we
number
go.
my
I
number
know.
one is always gonna be Luther. Luther would definitely be my number one. Um, One person that nobody's mentioned, but she's my favorite, is Gladys Knight.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Gladys Knight, she sounds like she's talking to you when she sings.
Mhm.
And Barry White would be my number three, and Whitney would be my fourth one. You know,
Wow. Man, let me see if I can get in here because that's a tough list. I definitely see Donna made some good arguments with Prince and Michael. Um, I mean, you just statistically, analytically, Prince wrote for so many people, Shana
Mhm.
Easton, a whole bunch of other people. So I got to have Prince in there. Uh, and I've seen Prince 2 or 3 times. Saw Michael about 4 times.
And we'd see them again if they were here.
Yeah, yeah. So those two, Luther, saw Luther, and Whitney, I've seen all of them. But man, how do I leave Aretha off? How do I leave Stevie? Stevie Wonder's body of work is phenomenal. Even the songs that he wrote for other people is
Yeah.
Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why we debating. That's why we here. So, oh my
You
goodness,
know, one
It was a
artist that
hard one,
nobody
Gary, because there's so many.
and it
one
is.
artist that nobody mentioned,
Right.
who died too soon was Donny Hathaway.
Oh, Donnie.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
nobody mentioned
boom.
yes,
Donny, but
yes,
Donny Hathaway, he
Yeah.
would have
yes.
to be up
Man.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All